Alright, what's good guys? Kirk here from MotoGear TV, and thank you guys for tuning in once again to another episode. So, we're gonna get things started nice and quick. Mr. Weekend decided to do a quick little mod to the car. This was something that I wanted to do when I got the car. As most of you know, for BMWs, the headlights, they're a little bit yellow. I believe it comes with a 6000K bulb, but to me, it honestly looks like something around 4300K. So what I decided to do is I decided to get some new bulbs, and we're going to be putting them in right now. It's going to give the car a nicer look, especially in the nighttime. I wanted something that's more white, ice blue in color. I went with these 8000K bulbs that I ordered online. So they just arrived in the mail today. So we're going to head downstairs and get started right now. Alright, here we go. I have Mark working on his car right now. Alright, here she is, baby, looking nice and dirty. Need to get it washed very soon. Just gonna pull it out really quick and get it. So we have enough space, and I'm gonna get started. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so as we go ahead and get started, just have to drop the car up. So this is one of the things that I don't really like about changing bulbs on the BMWs. For you to get to the headlight bulb, you actually have to jack the car up, take the wheels off, and remove the fender liner. So right now we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then show you guys exactly how you change the bulb once we get in there. And then you're going to be removing the fender liner. Once you remove the fender liner, there's going to be a plastic cap that covers the headlight bulb housing. It's about 3 screws, and you're going to have to unscrew those to get in there. So right now I'm going to take the wheels off and get started. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started to remove the fender liner. Now I did notice there was a little access door right here to get to the headlight, but unfortunately you won't be able to access the headlight bulb because there's 3 screws that you need to get to. You won't be able to do it from here. So in order to do that, we'll have to take off the entire fender liner. There's some 8mm bolts or screws that are in place. So right now we're just gonna go ahead and take out all of them and then remove the fender liner. There's also a 10mm plastic nut that's also beside the shock. You'll be able to see it. It looks like this. Okay. Just make sure you have a 10mm to take it out as well. So in total, there's 9 screws that you have to remove, both on the inside and under the front of the car. You also have to remember to remove the 10mm plastic nut, and then you can continue to the next step, which is to remove the fender liner. So just be very careful when you're doing it. You don't want to damage any of the wiring or any other parts underneath the car. As I mentioned before, the next step is to get into this dust cover right here. So this is what's going to be protecting the headlights from debris, dirt, water, anything like that, along with the fender liner. To do so, you just have to unscrew it at these bolts right here, and then once you've done that, you can access the headlights. Alright, so I did want to go ahead and show you guys the bulbs that I'm going to be going with. So right now, as I said, I think that the bulbs in the stock headlight are about 5000 Kelvin, or maybe even 4300. These right here are 8000 Kelvin, so it should give a more bluish white output as far as the color of the bulb, and that's exactly what I wanted to go for. So the kits came with some gloves, pretty nice, because you want to be extra careful. You don't want to get any type of oils on the bulb itself, that's going to damage the light output. So right now I'm just going to take a Torx, unscrew those 3 bolts, and then we can go ahead and install the bulbs. Just remove the dust cover. There's actually 4 screws that you have to take out right there. Okay, just gonna put that aside for a second, and there is your bulb. So pretty easy to take out. There's a clip, you have to unhook it, then you're gonna have to plug it out from the harness itself. Once you do that, it slides right out, and then you can put in the new bulb and just reverse the order that you took it out. Alright, and there you have it. This is the stock bulb. I'm just gonna put it to the side. Just went ahead and plugged the new bulb in, but before we bolt everything back up, I just want to double check and make sure that it actually works. So right now we're going to turn the headlights on and see if there's actually a difference. Alright, so once it warms up, hopefully there should be a difference in color. So hopefully you guys can see it. This is the new bulb, and then this is the old bulb. So you can see it's more yellowish white, whereas this one to me is more ice blue white. So I know it's a small difference, but to me it makes a difference. Yeah, definitely think it cleans up the front a little bit better in my opinion. Yeah, so right now we're just gonna go ahead and put everything back together, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I have both bulbs in, looking mighty fine. Definitely shows up the ice blue, as I said before. I'm super impressed with how it turned out. So right now I'm just gonna fit up back everything, and then we're done. Simple as that, guys. Just to give you an idea, on this side you have the oil cooler on this side, but everything else is pretty much the same bolts, same way to take off the dust cover. And yeah, just have to make sure that when you're putting everything back, you don't have any extra screws left over. All right, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and yeah, let's finish up. Alright, so all done with the car. Like I said, really loving the color of the headlight bulbs right now. This is 8000K. Alright folks, and there you have it. Was a pretty successful install. The bulbs went in nice and fine. As I said, I'm super happy with the color turnout right now. Still gives the same light output as the stock ones. If you did like this install, please remember to smash the like button. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave some comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys prefer the stock bulbs, or do you prefer the 8000K bulbs that I just put in? Alright, so once again guys, thank you for watching another video, and stay tuned for another DIY. Stay tuned for another MotoGear episode. Alright guys, see you.